Welcome, everyone. Sherry was not able to join us as our host this week, so I'm filling in for her. My name is Shannon. You may recognize me from the weekly Q&A segment at the end of our presentations. I am the area sales manager of our Atlantic Canada stores, and it's certainly a pleasure to step in as the host this week for Sherry. Today, we are going to be talking about traveling as a group. I know right now some of us are not able to get together as a group here at home, but if the opportunity arises, it is one of the most rewarding ways to travel for sure. The memories created when you travel together are memories that will last a lifetime. I have personally traveled on several group trips in the past, from several work vacations to family and friend vacations to traveling to be part of my best friend's destination wedding. I have to say it's my favorite way to travel as I love having so many people I already know to mingle and adventure with. In recent years, I've had the pleasure to travel with my small children too in smaller groups, and it's always so much fun to watch their reactions to new sights and experiences. So before we get started, I have a few tips for any of our new viewers this week. This is a live presentation, so there might be moments where your screen could freeze. Please just be patient as it should correct itself within 30 seconds. If you are viewing today on a handheld device, you may want to unlock your screen view and turn your device sideways to landscape mode like that. We do also have a Q&A chat function available on the right-hand side of your screen. At the end of the presentation, we will have a Q&A session with our experts. So please post your questions in the chat and we will ask them during the session toward the end. So joining us today, we have Jennifer from our Truro, Nova Scotia store, Regina from our Mississauga, Ontario store, Holly from our Winnipeg, Manitoba store, and Elena from our Surrey, BC store. So we have agents on tonight from coast to coast, which is fabulous. Today, these Sellifications group experts are going to share some of their expertise and insider tips on how to have the best group experience when you are ready to travel. While they are talking about groups, you will notice that they have provided us with some of their favorite group vacation photos from their travels. Thank you for joining us today, ladies. Certainly a pleasure to have you on. Can each of you introduce yourselves and let us know how long you have been with Sell-Off Vacations? I think we'll start from east to west. So let's start with you, Jennifer.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jennifer Mcdonald, and I'm the selling supervisor of the Truro, Nova Scotia branch, and I have been with Sell-Off Vacations for almost 12 years now.
Awesome. Regina?
Hello, everyone. My name is Regina Labog, and I am the branch manager at the Winston Churchill branch in Mississauga, and I have been with Sell-Off Vacations for 5 years.
And Holly?
Hi, everyone. I am Holly Denbo, the selling supervisor of the Winnipeg, Manitoba branch, and I have been with Sell-Off Vacations for 10 years.
Excellent. And last but certainly not least, Elena?
Hello, everybody. My name is Elena Miller. I have been with Sell-Off Vacations for 9 years, and I work at the Surrey, British Columbia store.
Fantastic, ladies. Thank you so much. So we'll get started here. Our first question for you ladies tonight is, what does group travel actually mean for you individually? I think we'll start with you, Elena.
For me, group travel means finding people with similar interests. For example, my husband is interested in just lying in the sun, having a couple of drinks, relaxing, whereas I am more adventurous one. I want to go exploring around, playing some volleyball, participating in a variety of excursions, and having a group of people means that I will have travel companions to be able to do all these activities together.
Fabulous. Thanks so much, Elena. Holly, we'll move on to you.
For me, it is an opportunity to get together with friends and family from across all of Canada while making life-lasting memories.
Perfect. And Regina?
This is an opportunity to reconnect with my multi-generational family, as I do have adult children and our lives are so busy. This is just a way for us to be together.
That's great. And last but not least, Jennifer.
For me, group travel is creating family memories that will last a lifetime. I have a young son, and it gives me the opportunity for myself and my family to see all those firsts that come along with travel.
Perfect. Thank you, Jennifer. We'll move on to the next question here. So, ladies, what is your favorite destination for group travel? I think we'll start with you this time, Holly.
My favorite group destination would have to be Los Cabos, as it has a little bit of everything for everyone, from excellent shopping to nightclubs to excursions such as riding the camels, catamaran cruises, and deep sea fishing, along with multiple resorts with multiple pool options. It is a very modern destination, but with still lots of Mexican culture available.
Thanks, Holly. Certainly not somewhere I've had the pleasure of going yet, but certainly on my bucket list. So I'm quite jealous you've been there so many times, but I will get there at some point. We'll move on to Jennifer.
I would have to say that Jamaica is my favorite destination for group travel. It's the fact that it's English speaking is very appealing, and it's also very multi-generational. The Jamaican people are extremely friendly, and the fact that the water is safe to drink from the tap is reassuring, especially when you're traveling with children. My favorite resort for group travel would have to be the Rio Negril. The Rio resorts, they have excellent group coordinators on site that are extremely helpful and very accommodating.
Awesome, Jennifer. And Holly, I think I forgot to ask you, what's your favorite resort in Cabo for group?
Like Jennifer, I personally stay at the Rio complex, as there are 3 different Rio resort options in Cabo to choose from. All are within walking distance to downtown and the marina, as well as the complex does offer a water park for guests of all ages.
Okay, perfect. That sounds great. Regina, where's your favorite group destination?
I would say it would be Punta Cana. Would be the best destination for my family. It has a long stretch of beach, which we love to walk along, great food, good entertainment, all types of water sports, and so many large resorts for all types of budgets. Our go-to resort would be the Rio Bamboo. Same reasoning, it's in a Rio complex with many options to go to, as well as a huge water park for the kids.
Well, that sounds great. Thank you. We'll move on to you, Elena.
For me, I would have to say Cancun Riviera Maya area would be my favorite destination. You can find everything from small boutique properties to huge resorts catering to every taste. Cancun is a very popular wedding destination as well. They have a variety of hotels that offer Indian weddings, LGBTQ weddings, beach weddings, sky weddings, religious weddings, you name it, and they have it. Also, there is so much to do in the area, from Mayan ruins to Shalha, amazing snorkeling park, to Xcaret with both cultural experiences and swimming underground rivers, to Explore Park would be my favorite for adventurous ones with ADVing and zip lining, exploring cenotes. This area has it all. And you can go to Isla Mujeres from Cancun or Cozumel from Playa del Carmen area and visit those small islands for an outing, not to mention famous Playa del Carmen shopping area or Cancun's hotel zoned party area for the young and the young at heart. And I personally stayed at the Rio Palace Mexico Hotel twice. My family loved it. I would highly recommend it as for families, for weddings, for bachelorette parties. It's a great property for everybody.
That's great. Yes, that I've certainly been to the Mayan Riviera in Cancun several times, and there's so many options for everybody there. So it's a great destination as well. Next question is, what type of groups do you each book? I think we'll start with you this time, Jennifer.
I do book many different types of groups, but I've come to really enjoy incentive groups. So for anyone who doesn't know, incentive groups are basically rewards offered to employees or customers of companies in recognition of their loyalty and sales volume. Incentive groups are becoming more popular as it's a way for an organization to increase their sales, and it also gives the employee or customer motivation to work towards the goal of earning a spot on the trip.
Okay, excellent. That's great. And Regina?
I also offer or book all types of group vacations. However, destination weddings would be my specialty. I help with all sorts of destination weddings, whether it be for a civil, symbolic, or religious ceremony. I can also assist with bachelor or bachelorette getaways, and I enjoy booking destination weddings as it makes me feel that I am part of the most happiest time in a couple's life.
Well, that sounds amazing. And we'll move on to you, Elena.
I also book all types of groups, including weddings, but the majority of my groups are family and friends and graduation groups. These groups need to be matched with the right type of hotel to make sure that the young graduates have fun on the property with different non-stop activities, and parents are kept happy with the great food options, golf courses nearby, evening entertainment, and anything else that the group might need. I often get to know these young people. I watch them grow into adults and help them celebrate their milestones. They come to me to book their very special occasions, travel, weddings, honeymoons, family reunions. Creating long-lasting memories and relationships is a very rewarding aspect of my job.
Yeah, for sure. I would agree with that, Elena. And Holly.
Yes, I also book all types of groups, but friend and family groups as well as sporting groups I have had the opportunity to do a lot of over the years. Friends and family groups tend to be that they are usually celebrating something special, such as a reunion, Christmas, or an anniversary, so it is a feel-good opportunity. For sports groups, I love being able to narrow down their options to what will suit the group best based on their needs, with things such as tea times for golfing groups.
Okay, perfect. Thanks so much, Holly. Our next question this evening is, if I want to travel as a group, how should I go about getting my friends and family together? I think we'll give this one to you, Elena.
Sounds good. If you're wanting to travel as a group, whether it's friends or family or a wedding groups, the further out in advance you book and start organizing, the better it is. You will want to approach your friends and family as soon as you can. If you're thinking of putting together a group of friends and family to travel, some customers start a Facebook group and add all of their friends and family to that group for a main space to communicate anything related to that group trip. And it's also great to bring it up at the family gatherings like Thanksgiving or Christmas when everybody's getting together and you can discuss the details of the future travel. And once you have this organized, then you can come to us and we can assist you based on the further needs and take over from there.
Okay, perfect, Elena. Thank you for answering that one. The next question here is, what makes a destination wedding so appealing to a bride and groom? Regina, I think you can answer that one for us since you're a wedding specialist.
Yes, of course. It would be very appealing to a bride and groom, only because it's a full week celebration of their wedding with their closest family and friends. It is also a way to combine their wedding and honeymoon. For instance, a week with their guests and extend the second week on their own, either at the same resort, a different resort, or even a different destination. I would recommend to book as far out as possible to get the best price for their guests, as well as choosing their wedding date. I can certainly assist them in getting them in touch with the wedding coordinator at the resort and assist them with creating wedding invites to send out to their guests with all the details of their wedding. Wedding packages can be more affordable for the bride and groom, and depending on the resort of their choice, may also offer free basic wedding packages. It is a stress-free related destination wedding compared to any of the traditional weddings that are here, where there's one wedding coordinator at a resort to assist with all of their wedding arrangements from venues to flowers. Most travel companies such as Sunwing, Transat, and Air Canada Vacations will allow to hold 30 seats for 90 days with just an initial deposit from the bride and groom. I would correspond with their guests and provide the bride and groom with the final guest list. Brides would be able to take their wedding dress and other items for a wedding at no additional charge, as some airlines would offer upgraded seating for the bride and groom.
Okay, perfect. Thanks so much. That was some great information. Next question I'm going to give to you, Holly. How far in advance should a group consider booking?
Typically, the farther out the better, but there are always exceptions to that rule. We have had great experiences as well in being able to coordinate groups closer to departure, but typically there are more promotions offered the further out you book. However, there are still always great last-minute deals if the availability is there, though the options could be much more limited.
Okay, perfect.
Just to add to that, Shannon, for incentive groups, they do tend to be very large, so it's definitely encouraged that they book a year or two in advance. We would definitely want to ensure that they get the space required and also to ensure that they can meet the needs of the company hosting the group. And it does tend to be very common for hosts to pre-book multiple private functions for their customers. So again, the further in advance that this is done, the better.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Jen and Holly. Next question is, if I have family and friends who would like to join, but they are from different provinces, would they be able to take advantage of the group rate? Regina, are you able to answer that one?
Of course, this would apply to all types of groups. This is the beauty of traveling as a group, so that you can see people whom you haven't seen in such a long time, and the pricing is available from multiple gateways. Regardless of the city they are departing from, they will still benefit from the group savings.
Okay, that's great. That's perfect. And the next question here, Jennifer, I'm going to ask you this one. What if some customers want to travel for 3 or 4 days, or perhaps some a longer duration of 10 to 14 days rather than the standard 7 that most want? Is that a possibility within a group?
We can absolutely make that happen, Shannon. So that's one of the advantages that customers will have when they're working with us at Sell-Off Vacations, as we can look into all kinds of different options for you. As long as you meet the group requirements, the sky is the limit. We can find the options that suit the individual needs of your group.
Awesome. Perfect. Thanks, Jennifer. And the next one here is going to be for you, Elena. Can you speak about our groups of 6 to 9 promo and what the benefits are for that?
Absolutely. Small groups of 6 to 9 people we still consider to be a group, whether it's one family or a group of friends traveling together. I have to mention that they will not have the same benefits as the large groups, but they will still benefit from some savings. It's very easy to put together such a small group. The couple can just take their children and invite their parents or grandparents, and voila, you have a group. Additional advantage here is that couple can ask their parents to babysit and enjoy some time alone. It could be a romantic dinner or couples massage or whatever they are inclined to do. In fact, I did see a great promotional rate that came in today for Rio hotels, only $795, including taxes from Toronto and Montreal for the dates in November and December. And we will be able to give you some additional savings for groups 6 to 9 people on this price as well. Anybody interested, you can get in touch with us.
Wow, that sounds amazing, that pricing. Gosh, certainly appealing for sure. I've been at many Rios as well, and that's an amazing price. Our next question this evening, I'm actually going to get each of you, I think, to talk with this one. If I had 10 friends or family members traveling with me, how do the benefits change with that? Holly, do you want to start with that?
Yeah, for sure. Number one would be reduced deposits as well, depending on the resort and the company chosen, possible private transfers, private dinners, cocktail parties. This is why groups are such a great option for anniversaries, graduations, family gatherings.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, and they would also benefit from a reduced price and seat selection and any excursions the group would like to do together. They would also benefit further if they had a credit towards the excursion as well.
And of course, not to mention reduced pricing. The more people in the group, typically the better the pricing is. And the further in advance you book, the more promotions each company which we work with can offer. Example of this would be tax savings up to $400 per couple if you book 6 months to a year in advance and even more. And as a benefit I wanted to mention is one-time price reduction. If the price for your vacation drops below to what you booked at, typically the WestJet Vacations, Air Canada Vacations, and Winco Transat, we will go back to them and ask them to do the price drop outside 60 days of departure, and provided that there is still space available to rebook the trip, they will consider price drop. And the last thing I wanted to mention is that I just saw promo came through today, again for Rio hotels, that you can benefit from 8 passenger free excluding taxes. You do have to remember though that this promotion for this promotion to be applicable, you still have to book minimum 10 adults based on double occupancy. But this is a very, very good promotion, and we don't very often see that happening.
Oh, that's amazing. That certainly would help bring the price down a bit as well if they wanted to share in that. So that's great. Thanks so much. And Jennifer, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, they would also have the ability to hold seats with only one room deposited, which is an excellent benefit. So it will be dependent on what promos are available at the time of booking, but it typically gives other guests the opportunity to have a 30 to 90-day window to decide and place their deposit while the price is held.
Okay, perfect. So many amazing benefits to groups for sure. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Holly, Elena, Regina, and Jennifer for sharing your expertise and your memories with us today. It's been great. Pam, how are you today? You might be on mute, Pam.
Sorry
you
about
are.
that.
Hey,
I'm
no
used to working in the
problem.
background on our
Yes,
presentation.
so Pam's filling in for me today and doing the Q&A. So she's going to help us with that. So did you have many questions come through for our
Absolutely, we
experts?
did. We had some great questions and great information provided today by our agents.
Great.
And so I think if it's okay, I'm going to start with you, Jennifer. We have a question today about, do children get special rates when they travel as a group?
Absolutely, Pam. So it does depend on the specific resort, but typically children, from 2 to 12 would benefit from group rates.
Oh, excellent. Okay. And Regina, we've got a question here. Can you do a Catholic wedding at a resort?
Of course, you can definitely have a Catholic ceremony at a destination. There are resorts that do offer chapels to perform these religious ceremonies. Where I can assist to help, I can certainly assist to help find any resort that best suits their needs for a Catholic ceremony.
Okay, excellent. And Holly, they're asking how far you would recommend we book in advance for a small group of 5 couples.
The farther in advance that you book, the more options and promotions that will be available, but we also have done last minute groups. But again, best advice is to contact us, as we can already get the ball rolling to get that group started for you.
Okay, so can we call a year and a half in advance? Is that too far?
No, a lot of the tour operators will offer prices at least a year and a half in advance.
Okay, great. Okay, Elena, if I have a destination wedding, who's going to be my wedding planner? How does that work?
We will get you in contact with the wedding coordinator at the resort. So once the group is organized, we will book you and we will get you in touch with the wedding coordinator. We will be able to help you communicate with them if you so wish. We do have great relationships with the wedding coordinators at the resort. We will make sure that it all will go seamless for you.
Oh, great. So pretty important to have a travel agent. Okay, Jennifer, do we have to have our wedding at the resort to get group rates?
Not at all, Pam. No, we have many options, but no, you do not.
Okay, excellent. And here's a good question for you, Regina. Can someone join the group but use their airfare points and just purchase resort?
Of course, you can certainly do that. However, you will not be included into the benefits or the full benefits of the group.
Okay, perfect. Holly, I've got a question here, and maybe we can actually go a little more in depth. Someone's asking, does the bride always get a room upgrade? And I know with groups, they often get all kinds of perks. Maybe you can share some of them with us.
Yeah, well, it does depend on the resort as to what perks they are offering, but a lot of the resorts will offer a complimentary upgrade for the bride and groom. They also, depending on the resort, they have complimentary wedding planning packages, for example, at different Rio resorts.
Okay, excellent. So lots of things going on for groups. And Elena, I've got someone asking here if we can do golf groups. Is that something you can help with?
Oh, absolutely. We do work with sport groups, including golf groups. I know my group really enjoyed the golf when they went to Los Cabos, to the Rio Palace Cabo San Lucas. 2 years in a row, we organized golf for them as well. So absolutely, give us a call. We will be able to help you with that and organize your golf activities as well.
Oh, excellent. And Holly, they're also asking if we can get discounts as a group on excursions.
Yes, there are group excursion discounts available, but not everyone who is part of the group must attend the excursion.
Okay, excellent. And Regina, how many people make up a group? Is there a maximum?
There isn't a maximum at all. However, a minimum of 10 people is required for a group.
Okay, excellent. And Jennifer, are the wedding ceremonies done in English when we go to places like Mexico?
Yes, they absolutely are.
Okay, excellent. And we've got one more question here. I'm going to ask Elena. Can we get group discounts for people that want to travel as a group to Europe?
Absolutely, yes. Typically for Europe, you might have to have more people. It might be 20 people, 10 rooms required, but definitely we do Europe as well, and you can get group discounts on those packages for airfare and hotels. And as well, if you were to do any other type of not just airfare and hotel, you might want to do a Europe cruise, or you might want to do a tour. We absolutely do all these options as well. You might want to do Colette tour or Trafalgar tour, and group prices are available and group perks are available on those as well. So give us a call if you're interested, and we will look at it and offer you different suppliers and see which one will work for you better.
How exciting is that? I'm sure we all miss our family and loved ones. I know the idea of my family going on a trip this year really would make me happy. And I've also had a comment. We're really lucky today. Viewing with us is Carlo from AM Resorts, and he had a comment on our question about the Catholic weddings. He's saying that Dreams Tulum, now Sapphire, and Sunscape Cozumel all have an actual Catholic church that we can arrange for Catholic weddings in. And I know any of the agents are well versed in which hotels are available, so we can certainly help you with that. And we'll hand it back to you, Shannon. I think we've covered all our questions today.
Excellent. I've actually been to the Now Sapphire. It's a really, really great property. I loved
Beautiful.
it. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Pam. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Thanks for the viewers for joining me today. If you have posted a question and it didn't get answered by Pam or Deborah, we will be on the chat function for about 10 minutes after the presentation to answer those questions. Our agents love nothing more than to talk travel with you and help you plan a vacation for when you are ready to travel. You are more than welcome to call Cellifications tonight. The phone lines are open until 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. You can reach one of our agents at 1-877-735-5633. You can also contact our group's experts featured today, which are Regina. She can be reached at wchurchill@sellofvacations.com. Elena can be reached at Surrey, S-U-R-R-E-Y, @sellofvacations.com. Jennifer in our Truro branch can be reached at Truro, T-R-U-R-O, @sellofvacations.com. And Holly can be reached at Winnipeg @sellofvacations.com. One other thing I wanted to mention too is on our sellofvacations.com website, you have the ability to fill out a groups form. So if you're looking for any group information or pricing, you just have to click on the groups tab at the top. As soon as you get to the page that brings you to a form you can fill out, and that will be sent into one of our group experts, and they'll get back to you very quickly with some information and pricing. So certainly feel free to do that. So also today's presentation will be posted on our YouTube channel, which is My Vacations. On our channel, you can also view any past presentations as well as the latest resort and airline COVID safety videos. So I would definitely encourage you to do that at your leisure. And next Wednesday, we will be talking about touring Iceland. I can't wait for that one. I hope you can join us next week as well. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.